Hi guys, so today I'm really happy to review this Diamond Press Doodle Frame Stamp and Die Kit. So thank you so much Diamond Press for sending this for my review. Super cute. What I liked about this, they did offer it on the last craft day. You may have missed it, you know, things were kind of sporadic here and there. They did send these items for my review free of charge and all opinions are my own. But what I want to do is open this up and show you that really this is a card making kit. And that's how I see it. It seems like it'll put a card together for you really quickly because of the elements that are in here. So let's try it out. And I think I'm going to do some embossing. And what I mean by that, like with the watermark and actual embossing powder, because I haven't done that in a long time. And I think it'll just step it up and be really cute, especially since the card is going to be put together so quickly anyway. So let's add a little something to that. So let's open this up here. So what we have is some frame dies and stamps that coordinate with that, and then some smaller frames which are really cute, and a few little decorative pieces there. So let's take a look at the idea sheet. As far as idea sheet, it's kind of just showing you if there's some layering to do or what you're supposed to do with the items. It kind of gives you that idea here. So you have the little oval frame, and then we have the die for it. This cute little posy flower stem, a more stylized flower there, and like a little sprig. So they're saying, you know, you can add them, put them all together and do something like this. Or actually, is there a stamp that looks like that? Yeah, so we have the little stamp. That's kind of like a little bunch of posies already, and then you have the stamp that you can do the little sprigs with. Really cute. So we'll look at that in just a second. Hello friend, I love you forever. So these are stamps. And then on the back it shows you just a little bit about the frame. So there's a couple different things here. So I guess we're looking at it this way. So the die cut this stamp and it makes this frame obviously in that way. So let's, of course, this is larger service for the marquee or a larger die cutting machine. I've done reviews or showing you guys that you can use the marquee and even your Diamond Press, the small one, to cut other companies' dies, but you can also cut, obviously, their dies in other machines, okay? So just know that. So we have a large folder that always comes with one. And here are the little frames. I love the colorways that they did this in, because a lot of times they put... they color their carriers, and these are just really sweet muted colors. So we have all those different things. Thinking of you, this cute little like kind of ribbon looking stamp here, and then all these other really cute, again, flowers and sprays and the little groups. And like this looks like, this is really sweet. I wonder, yeah, it's just like little veins, but they're their own thing, like little sprig. Really cute. And then the dies. So we have the larger frame dies, the oval, and then some other pieces. Of course, we do have these little rectangular frames in here, and this is easy enough to cut with, you know, a scissor. So if you wanted to cut that out to layer up, you can just cut it. So what I'm gonna do is grab some paper, some watermark ink, some embossing powder, and we'll get started. Okay, I picked out some ink colors. We'll talk about that in a minute. I have just a piece of white stamping paper, again, really thick paper. This one's Crafter's Companion. I think I'm going to stamp this guy, but I'm probably going to cut it first. I don't really know how I want to do that part, because I would hate for the embossing to get messed up if we run it through second. So I'll probably cut it first and then emboss with the stamp. And then I found this really pretty paper because I thought, well, it'd be cute if I had something that looked like wallpaper or something. But I went and found this Country Road stack from the Paper Studio, so from Hobby Lobby. And the very back piece of paper was just really pretty. So I was like, oh, that'll be cute. So that's my background piece that we will layer onto a card base. So this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So I'll put that to the side for now. And then we'll do some stamping of like different random flowers to decorate our frame. So let's get started here. So I'm going to do, like I said, is probably cut the frame first. And just run this through. Where is my well-loved cutting? Okay, it was, I had some things on my seat that I moved before I started doing the review, and that's where it was. So I'm just going to pop this on here. Run that through, and again, you guys see how wonky my folder is, but it keeps cutting. This is a very simple shape, so cut out really nicely, really easily. And even at that, if it's an intricate shape, I don't know why I mentioned that, it cuts just as well, so, which we have seen. Let's see, where do we have our frame? And you know what happens is something when something gangly like this, I just kind of let it, just throw it down, let it do its thing, and then I pick it up with a block or however you want to do it. I'm going to use my diamond press tool. I'm trying to kind of line up the straight lines here, just so I have some idea of how straight it is. And we need our Versamark. Well, actually, I don't have that one in front of me, but I do have the translucent clear watermark by Spectrum Noir. So it's the Crafter's Companion one that I haven't used too often. So let's go ahead and really... So what's nice about this stuff is that it's super sticky, so we should get a good impression. I'm just not 100% sure of the powder I have. It is super old, and I keep it in a tub that you guys probably have seen recently in my destashing videos, but we'll see what happens. So I'm kind of eyeballing this, and then as I get closer, I'm kind of jiggling it to where I need it to be. Hopefully I get this right. And I have committed, so that's what it is. It is what it is. But I want to make sure that this really gets everywhere. And you can kind of eyeball it. Like I mean, it's not gonna make a difference now, but when I see it, I can see the little watermark. I can see it, so that's good. That's a good sign. And I just have a coffee filter to help me hold this excess of the powder. This brown powder, I don't know what it is. It was in vials like this when I bought it, and then I took the little vials and just put them away in a case, so I don't know the brand, but I'm just using a gold embossing powder. And make sure it really gets on there. So I don't flick after I'm done. You know, you kind of give it a ch-ch on the back, because I don't want to knock too much of it off, but you want to get the excess off. So that's pretty good. My finger's holding some back over here. I can see I didn't stamp super straight, but that's okay. So I'll put this to the side in a minute, and then I'll get this poured back in with the filter. It's real easy. You just make it into like a funnel shape and pour it back into your bottle. And let's go ahead and... I have my heat tool here. Hopefully it's plugged in. Yep. Normally I wouldn't hold this, but you just kind of keep it in one spot until it starts becoming what you need it to do, kind of melting, and then move along. So what happens is, if you hold it in one place too long, it scorches. I don't know if you can see. Hopefully let me get a little bit closer. It'll scorch, and then it gets like flat. It's really weird. So you want to just get it to where it's going, and then move along. I'll be back. So the other thing I want to do is just stamp a bunch of the little flowers, and then I will die cut them. I had cleaned this off, and now it's wet still. Ugh. Oh well, okay. Let me cut this down a little bit, just so I don't have such a big piece of paper. And I'm just going to cut a few little flowers out, and, you know, just whatever, and we'll see how many we end up using or not, but I'm just going to stamp these, and maybe I can even stamp them at the same time. Make it a little bit faster. Well, I could have, but I don't have the right block for that right now. Alright, fine. Let's just do one at a time. Actually, is it over here? No. Okay, so I looked at my paper, and there's some flowers on there that are like yellow, and some have yellow and pink. So I'm going to do this one yellow, and I'm going to add in a little bit of fuchsia, just kind of tap it here and there. I would normally not go back to my yellow with this, but I kind of want to tone down that fuchsia, and I'm going to wipe this off on something else just to get rid of that. Okay. And so I'm going to stamp that. It's pretty. And then maybe this one with a little bit of my light pink, which is Pink Tulip. These are quick dries from Crafter's Companion. And again, a little bit of the deeper pink here and there. So I'm just gonna do something like that and then cut them out, and I will be back. Okay, I'm gonna stamp a few of the green, even though the green is supposed to be a stem. I do have something to cut them here with. Let me see here. Let's see what we have that we can pair up here. Oh, this little cutie has a cutter too. My idea was to do these longer ones, which I'm assuming is this one. So I'm gonna stamp this one anyway, and then, well, maybe we should go with the little guys. Alright, I'll stamp a few of these. I just want to have something to kind of stick in the background there. So I have some pine tree, and since we'll do a few, I have pine tree and I have spring meadow. So we'll just do a few of each of these, see what happens. Oh, that might be too close to that one because we're going to cut those out too. Alright, I'll be back. So I'm just matching up as many dyes as I can so I can run it through and then run it through again, you know. Let me see if this, yeah. And so what I do with these, like, I'm going to look at this dye, and there's like a little, where it kind of bows out and then it gets pointy. So there's only one petal on here that has that look to it. So what I'm going to do is find that petal, which I believe is this one right here, and line it up that way. So always look for one area that's really more characteristic, like you can really see, okay, this is definitely this petal, or edge or whatever it is that you're looking for, and then tape it down and, you know, match it up, tape it down, and that should work for you. Or again, just cut out the dye on a scrap piece of paper, then you use that as an aperture to let you know exactly where you should place your dye, and then go from there. So I'm gonna cut these guys out and then continue cutting all the rest of those little sprigs, and I'll be back and we'll assemble our card. Okay, so we have all our pieces. I was gonna go ahead and just do some inking because it looks very stark, right, with the white, and especially with the background being kind of like a little rustic on its own. So I'm just gonna take some chocolate ink that's from close to my heart. That was always my go-to distressing. I think another one was good. It was the Tim Holtz walnut stain. We used to use a lot of that. So I'm just kind of going around in here, just making it look a little bit more rustic instead of so stark and white. And I was thinking about doing the same thing for my flowers, but let me see. I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know went to sure. Because the colors are very bright that I had chosen. So I'm just going to ink everything up, even the little leaves that I have stamped, and I'll be right back. Okay, and I think I'm going to do this little stamping before we go continue. I'm going to do this thinking of you. And basically it's just going to be like an empty frame. So I have thinking of you here. I have my quick dry in jet black. And I'm kind of eyeballing where I'm going to put this. So I kind of want it like in here. And I like it because it looks like a typewriter, like typewritten words, and hopefully it'll just work. I think by itself. Thinking of you. And then I'm gonna frame this up like this and put the little flowers. I still haven't decided where I want to put the flowers. Because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna put this here, do I want them on top, like on the outside, or in the frame? I think just on the outside of the frame's cute. Okay. Again, whatever dimensionals you like to use. I'm going to continue breaking my fingers to get the rest of this out of here. And sometimes it gets clogged up a little bit. I just kind of pick at that and see if there's anything in the way. Here we go. So I'm just going to put globs of this all in different areas, and I'll be right back. Okay, actually, before I put that down, let's get this on our card. So this is just a standard A2 size card. And I'm just going to fold it right down the middle. Let's go ahead and do a little distressing on the edges of this. People say that they enjoy watching me just kind of put things together, like my process. You know, I just open it up and start going, but at the same time, I think like the other day when I used the Kiwi Lane design templates, it was hard for me to do that because I don't plan that far ahead. Like, it's very hard for me to put those down and then say, okay, that's what I'm gonna do, because things change as I go along. But I appreciate it. You guys are really sweet. Your comments about the way I just kind of go for it. I think that's the best thing. Of course, a plan is always good too. I'm not great at that. I tell you guys, even when we went on our cruises, like the first Disney cruise we ever went on, which we probably won't go on a cruise ever again, but we booked it 4 days before we were supposed to leave. So we just don't plan. Haven't really been much of a planner. All right. Kind of how we bought the RV, kind of how we would just take off. Oh, yeah, we want to go to the Grand Canyon. All right, well, let's go. I mean, we have the RV, let's go. And we would just go. That's kind of how we do it. All right, let's see here. That's so pretty, just like that. Look at that with the background paper and then this cute little frame. Love it. But okay, so let's decorate this a bit. Again, this flower is different. Let me see. I kind of wanted them to be like these guys here and that guy there. Something like that, because those two flowers are the same. I want to give them a little differentiation. And then we're going to stick in some of the little greenery here and there. It's cute. Maybe this guy in here somewhere. Maybe I'll put this one on top of that guy. Nope. It was better the way I had it there. Okay. I'm gonna let those not really dry, but just kind of mess them a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, let me get this back in frame. I brought it closer to me. I think I just went with the shape of the frame, just this way, instead of being kind of piled up in there. And I just need a little bit of glue, and I will just continue putting some of these little guys here and there. So thank you so much, Diamond Press, for sending these for my review. Like I said, they're already available on HSN. You can check that out now. Maybe they'll have a demo on Craft Day. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to demo those days. But check it out May 5th. And I'm just going to continue putting in little sprigs here and there. And I hope you guys like the card. Like I said, it's kind of like a card kit because it makes a card all in one. Everything's there. And you just go from there. So thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.